And for anyone who may have green bananas, potentially that is more of the route of caramelized bananas. And if you're still looking to join in on the experience and like, what can I make? Plantains are starch. It is the closest thing to a potato. So maybe if you have a potato at home, hell, even if you have a sweet potato, because that thick starchiness we can apply to this class, and Adrian steps along the way. So pardon my interruption.
No, you're fine. Because I was going to say, I think during the walkthrough, somebody attempted the banana to see how it would turn out. And it didn't. It turned out like a caramelized banana, which is amazing in its own right, but not what we're going for. So even though plantains are cousins with bananas, when you think about a food equivalent across culture, think like Kiana said, a potato, a sweet potato, even a cassava or yuca, depending on where your culture and what you call it. But this is a very starchy food, which is why we serve it with meals. It can also be a snack, but you'll see it served with meals lots of times. It's filling, and you don't need a lot to fill up because it's so starchy. So I'm going to take my plantain, and I'm actually going to use my smaller knife. And this ridge along the back, I'm just going to take my knife and sort of cut into that ridge. And you notice I'm not going very far. I don't want to cut into the flesh too much, but I'm going to cut as close as I can down the ridge, down the back of this plantain. And you see how it opens up rather nicely there. And Kiana, I think I got another good one. So I'm just going to start using my fingers to open my plantain peel up. And I've got a whole plantain that's removed. Now, if yours didn't come out in one piece, that is totally okay. It must just be the blessing of being with the mixed space, because when we did our walkthrough and now with class, this is the only time I've ever gotten a plantain out with the rind still in one piece. So it's happened twice now. So it must be because we teamed up with Mixed Space for this particular class. So I've got my plantain out. This is where everything about tostones is cultural. So the first time Kiana and I did this together, I cut the plantains the way my mom always cut them, which is in concentric, just rounds all the way down the plantain. And Kiana looked at me and said, "That looks like it comes from a restaurant. I like mine to be rough. You got to cut those on the bias." So in honor of my partner, we are going to cut these on the bias. So we're going to cut them slightly diagonal, and we're going to cut them somewhere between 3/4 and an inch thick a piece. So I'm going to take this one here. There we go. I'm going to take that one there.
And Ariel just had this pure happiness expression when she got a happy peel as well. Oh my goodness. I thought like that for a moment. That excitement and that purity in the kitchen, that is breathtaking. And Adrian, you mentioned that cooking with your mom, like that is a huge part of your family culture.
Definitely.
Was there ever a fear when replicating her recipes, when bringing that honor, and how you worked through that?
I still to this day take her food to have her taste and validate. Now, if you ask her, she will tell you that I surpassed her in the kitchen a long time ago. And yet, when I think about myself, I constantly seek out and crave her validation to know that, hey, is my food good enough for your standard? Because, we're talking about the woman who taught me how to cook. We're talking about the woman who literally put me in a kitchen and said, okay, you can learn this. It's almost like a sensei disciple type relationship, in that I still want her validation to know that what I put down on a plate, she loves and would be willing to eat. So yeah, absolutely. It's still important to me to this day, and I don't know a day will come that it won't be.